Good morning. Hello, friends. This is Carrie from Stamp with CT, an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from Texas. And if you are seeing this part of the video, you are watching the replay, so I'm so glad that you are here. I'm going to wait just a couple of seconds and see who can join us live. Give it time to pop up in news feeds, but it is Wednesday, and that is the time we've chosen to do our Facebook Live each week. I love meeting you here to do a quick project. Good morning, Donna. To spend a few minutes crafting with you. It's one of my favorite parts of the week. Hope y'all are having a good day, and I hope that this inspires you to create today. Hope you have time to do something creative. So you guys are slowly kind of jumping in here. Good morning, Joanne. You found us. Thank you for being here, friend. And Judy's here. Hello. Well, let's go ahead and jump into what I have for you this morning. I'm really excited about celebration, you guys. We have such a great promotion, a gift with purchase, through the end of this month. So in the past, celebration has been through March, but Stampin' Up is changing, mixing things up, and keeping us on our toes. And celebration will end the 28th of February. So don't let that sneak up on you. Now, the good news is celebration will be back in July and August with all new free gifts with purchase. But for now, we're getting low on time. So the past month, I've been sharing with you and focusing on a celebration product each month. So you could get familiar with those and fall in love with them like I have. Today, I chose Punch Party. And before I do that, I guess I should give away the prize from last week, right? Let's keep things in order here. So last week's winner was Denise Gamala, and she will be receiving the Very Delightful Designer Series paper. I cut this down to 6 by 6. So Denise, all you have to do is message me with your address, and I'll be glad to get that in the mail to you. So congratulations. And Denise was entered for a chance to win simply by posting a comment on last week's video. So we'll have a giveaway again today. Just post a comment. You can share my video if it's something that you think your friends or family would enjoy. All of that enters you for a chance to win. So thank y'all so much for doing that. Let me bring my celebration brochure in here, and I'll show you. Punch Party is way in the back of the brochure, and the reason for that is it is actually the host set for celebration. I actually have the stamp set, but I wanted to show you exactly where it was right at the tail end of this little brochure. Okay? Now, how can you earn this? Well, when someone places either a $300 order, and some people do, not everybody can, and that's okay, but some people do, or it's for hosting a party at that level. So Stampin' Up already gives us Stampin' Rewards, free product for hosting, and you can host your own order, or as I said, a party. But this is an additional gift with that $300 order during celebration. Super, super cute stamp set. It's called Punch Party because it coordinates with 3 different punch, well, there's a couple of punch packs that have 2 punches in it, but really 5 punches then from our mini or annual catalog. So some super cute little sentiments that fit inside either the heart, the rectangle, or the oval. So let me bring in, I don't have the ovals, and I went searching because I had seen these in the catalog, but I don't have them. So there's a double oval punch pack, and it coordinates with this oval occasion stamp set. So you can get this in a bundle, but you can just get the ovals as well. So those are layering. Really cute little scallop and regular oval. I don't know why I don't have them, you guys. I don't know what is going on because, of course, I need them. So I'm going to be placing those on a upcoming order. But it also coordinates with a punch that I love, which is the rectangular postage stamp punch. Y'all have seen me use this many times before. It's from our annual catalog. And then also the heart punch pack. Now this actually first appeared in our spring catalog from last year. So this is a great punch pack, the scalloped and the regular heart. I decided to pair the project that we're working with today with this fabulous Flower and Fields Designer Series paper, which is also a celebration item. So super cute spring patterns, just lovely colors. It's gonna make you happy. Really, really pretty paper. So that's what I decided I would use to pair this stamp set with. And I do have a couple of samples for you today. Not as many today as I have in the last couple of weeks, but this is a very sweet and simple Valentine. Just a small piece of Designer Series paper and then using the heart. And the little scallop heart does coordinate beautifully with this outline. And I want to show you, I'll show you in just a minute about these stamps. So that's our first sample. Just a small piece of Designer Series paper. Very, very simple, right? Then this one I did use, and I can't think of the name of that paper right now, but this is a more stepped up version. It's a much more elegant card, but look how versatile these products are. So you can go from a super simple Valentine to something that's much more elegant. Thought that turned out really pretty. And then here, I really wonder, I'd love to hear your feedback on this one. Went a little bit rogue. This is not something that I would usually feel like I would create, but I just had fun with this paper. So this is actually the layout that we're going to recreate today, but the card's going to look very different. So let me know what you think about that one. The combination of the papers and just the colors, it's a little bit different than something I would typically make, so I would love to know what you think. And let's get started on our project. I have a piece of 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, piece of basic black cardstock. That was one of the things about that Valentine. I don't normally use black for my Valentines, but I thought I'm going to go with this paper. Thought it turned out cute, but I'd love to know what you guys think. Now, for this one, I am combining just Jade and black. Okay, so we're going to adhere down. Well, first I think I will adhere these two layers together. So this is what I was thinking for the inside of this card. I would put a piece of basic white on the Just Jade and then layer that inside the card. Sometimes I like to do that when I have a lot of layers going on the top, on the front of the card. I didn't get that very straight, did I? Because it really helps to give some substance to the entire card so that it's not, it just feels more substantial and evens everything out. Plus it looks really pretty. I love that Just Jade with the black. Beautiful combination. Work on that fold one more time. Okay. Then I'm going to layer on, well, I think I decided to do this side of the Designer Series paper. Let me look here. So this is a piece, another piece of the Flower and Field Designer Series paper. So I wanted to use both sides of it. And I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and mat this. And we'll put that on the front of our card. Now I'm using my Stampin' Seal Plus. Loving this adhesive, y'all. You know I love my liquid glue too, but right now I'm just really loving Stampin' Seal Plus. Get things lined up here. That green, just Jade and black looks really pretty together. A little bit more adhesive. And layer this on the front. It's already coming together really quickly. So we're just mimicking the same layout that we have here. So you see where we're going with that, right? And then I've got another piece of Just Jade. So this one is 5 1/4 by 4. And then the Designer Series paper is 5 by 3 3/4. This one is 4 by 3. So the Designer Series paper is 3 3/4 by 2 3/4. So a good way to use just a small piece of Designer Series paper for an accent. And we'll go ahead and mat this one. Matting can make such a difference on your cards. And this is going to go right here. Now on this card I did offset it a bit, just wanted to be playful and fun. I may do that on this one as well. I don't know yet. We'll see how this comes together. Now I do have just a small piece. I think this one is 3 by 1 inch. It was just a little scrap that I had laying on my table and I thought that would look really cute coming across the center here. So let's go ahead and add this as well. I'm going to try to get this pretty much in the center. We'll see. I think that looks pretty good. Maybe a little bit crooked. We're going to go with that. And then I decided with this one I would use that postage stamp punch. Let me find it again. And I would use one of those images for our focal point this time. So as we do a little bit of stamping, I want to talk to you about photopolymer stamps today. And I also want to show you that I am not a perfect stamper. Yes, I do this for my job, but I make mistakes too, and I have struggles sometimes. So I thought I'd show you this first. This is what happens if you ink up your stamp and then you drop it on your white cardstock. I actually kind of like what it did. Isn't that funny? I couldn't do it again if I tried. But look closely here. This little frame was trying to stamp it yesterday, and I just could not seem to get a full image. I couldn't get it inked up properly. Now this was a brand new stamp. I'd not used it before. So I wanted to let you know that photopolymer stamps, now those are the clear stamps that you can see through, and we love them because they're so easy to position on our projects, and a lot of times we can use them for two-step stamping and really get some great effects from them. But they have a little bit of a residue when they come through the manufacturing process. So there's a couple things that I recommend so that you get a really good impression when you're using photopolymer stamps. First is clean your stamp really well when you first get it. Then ink it up, and it should stamp well from that point on. Now I do use a piercing mat. These are very inexpensive. They're in our annual catalog. I like to now use my silicone craft sheet on top just so that I don't get ink on my piercing mat. This gives the stamp a little bit of cushion, so when you're pressing down It gives a nice image. You get full coverage. The ink transfers really well to your paper, so that's another way. If you're really struggling and you just cannot get that image to come out like you want it to, one of the things you can also do is ink the stamp, clean it good, ink the stamp with Versamark, which is, oh gosh, a watermark ink pad. And it has a little bit of stickiness to it. So you ink it with the Versamark, then you move over to your color or your black ink, and it will make it stick to the stamp better. And then from there, once you start using the photopolymer stamps, you won't have that issue with it. But it can be a problem when you first get them. So that's what I like to do. A couple of different ways that you can fix those problems and get really pretty images when you're stamping. So I also wanted to talk to you about this placement. So if you can tell, this is just a little frame for the postage stamp so that you can put other sentiments inside. So you've got bravo, happy birthday. You're able to put those inside that little frame. One of the things about photopolymer stamps is that they're malleable. You can reposition them. So when we put it on our block, we may decide to kind of pull it and stretch it to get that diamond shape. And I hope that shows up. I may go ahead and stamp it for you in the diamond shape so that you can see. If I have a chamois around. So that's something awesome that you can do, is get a little bit more mileage out of your stamps that way. Now let me find my chamois so I don't get black ink all over my hand. Clean this off a little bit right quick. But even though that is a plus that you may want to do sometimes, we may inadvertently stretch the stamp as well when we're bringing it to place it on the block. So you could pull it a little bit and distort it. And this is especially important when you're using a punch or a die that's going to line up with it. You want that to be positioned properly. So take your photopolymer stamp, set it down either on your work surface or on a piece of cardstock. Let it rest for a minute. Bring your block to it and pick it up. And now we know that it's in its original position again, and we're going to be able, I just put that in an ink pad. We're going to be able to stamp this postage stamp image. Better move down here because I'm going to need to use the punch. And it's going to line up perfectly with our punch. Now I think I'm also going to use the happy birthday sentiment from this stamp set. Ink it up and we'll put it right inside this little frame. As I said, you've got lots of choices with this stamp set. So isn't that cute? See what you guys think. Move things out of the way. We will go ahead and bring in the punch. Let that ink dry just a little bit. And then this punch does not line up perfectly, and the reason is it actually does look like a postage stamp when you punch it out. It's really super cute. I don't know that I got it lined up perfectly, but isn't that adorable? Move a couple things out of the way. So I did go ahead and also do the Feel Better sentiment, so you can see little postage stamp there. This one is awesome too. My heart is wherever you are. And look how good that's stamped. Great coverage there. It's a beautiful little image. So we have choices, you guys, of what we're going to put here. I think we could use any of them. But I really like the happy birthday. I think we may just go with the happy birthday. Although this Feel Better sentiment is pretty cute as well. I don't know. It's good to have choices, but it makes it hard. So now I'm going to bring in, this is actually from a ribbon combo pack, and it's from the annual catalog. I believe it's called Pampered Pets. And I thought that would look really cute. You can tell that I used that on this card as well. Just thought it would look cute. I'm just going to put a pretty good length here and wrap it around this time. And we'll see how my bow tying skills are on camera today. I have faith we can do it. We'll see. I think we can. I'm just going to bring a little bow here at the top. Y'all are seeing where I'm going with this, right? Yeah, I like that. Okay, let me trim off that tail. My snips and get that out of the way. Just bring a little bit of fun here. Oh, I think I untied my bow. Let's try that again. And we'll zhuzh it just a little bit. I like that. Okay, then we're just going to pop our sentiment over there. Let me grab a couple of, I don't know. We're going with the Feel Better. I know someone that I can send that card to that will love it. So we'll put a dimensional on either end here to kind of accommodate for the twine that I used. That black and white twine makes me so happy. And we'll pop this up as well. I did not grab my Take Your Pick tool. Silly me. No better than that, but we can get these backings off the dimensionals right quick. I hope that little tip helps with the photopolymer stamps. I know sometimes people will just ink up the stamp and maybe stamp it on a piece of scrap paper several times, and that works too. You're just kind of conditioning your stamp. I think we're going to go a little bit wonky with this layer as well on this card. I love the Just Jade. That is just really cute. Little pop of bumblebee. I love it. And then we'll bring in our sentiment. And just put it right over the ribbon here, the twine. That'll make a cute little get well card for a friend. All right, there you have it. There's our project for today. I love this layout. I thought it was a really cute way to use this Flower and Fields paper and the Punch Party stamp. Hope you enjoyed the project today. Thanks so much for joining me. I do have a giveaway for this week as well. And so let me get it here. And remember, to be entered for a chance to win, you just need to leave a comment, or if you want to share the video, I appreciate that as well. But I do have a little 6x6 sampling of the Flower and Fields Designer Series paper that I will choose a name through random draw and announce the winner on my Facebook Live next week, Wednesday at 10 a.m. Be sure to meet me back here for a little time to craft and connect. Y'all have a great day and a great week. Thank you so much for watching.